Hey guys, Harry here. Welcome to part 2 on the Stone Garage. I know these part videos where it's sort of a build spread over in multiple videos. It's just more so I can talk about topics because I ain't got tons and tons of price work to film recently. I've just been doing little day builds here and there, like go somewhere, square something up, and it only took me a day, and then that's been money in for that day. And I don't really want to record out for the channel if I've not built it from like damp, or like where I take over a band lift, for instance, and I've like built from a fresh lift. So I don't really want to show you me squaring mid lifts up, or you know, or like a garage top out. God fucking hell, I don't know how many of them I can fucking put on YouTube. It took me a day, regardless of what sort of type of top out it is now, when it comes to garages, and unless it's like a super massive one, which is never is now. God, I can't remember the last time I built a double garage. They just don't really do them. I don't like fucking them. They're either integral or you get a single one nowadays. But yeah, I'll do some more when I get on like an actual house top out. I'll do some more tips for that. Got some. I might show you a garage top out soon because I've got one with a fascia and soffit on, so I'll show you how I go about doing that. It's not very big, but you know, it's something that you've probably already seen. But like a lot of the time, it's sort of a video. Say, for instance, Charlie Collison posted something 2 years ago. I might not post out about it since. I'll probably post something similar, more up to date, and then, you know, is what it is. Right. A 2-minute intro. Anyway, see you in the next clip. Hey guys, Harry here. Doing a little voiceover today. Just some more clips of me running in this stone garage, basically. The clips you'll see of this sort of first lift on this stone garage is all the clips you've seen were all done in like just over half a day, because we didn't really get a full day on this day I were recording. So just a little bit of premise: if you've gone from watching day 1 to day 2, towards the end of this footage, I might do a little check-in. I think I've got a little check-in at the end of this footage as well, so you'll sort of see real time how the build was going. But yeah, I want to talk today about tubs. I've had a lot of questions about tubs. Why do I work out of tubs? Why don't I use plastic spot boards? I'm going to talk a little bit about stone as well, and price work now. Obviously, we're in a recession, obviously, as it's been established. The election's coming up. You know, I'll be voting Reform just for the pure reason of it's the same old two parties system that we've been fucking working with for the past fuck knows how long, and you know, immigration's got ridiculous. Fucking look at the price of that. Look at the cost of living that's gone up in the past fucking 5-6 years since I bought my house 5 years ago. The cost of living has fucking skyrocketed. I'm earning as much as I've ever earned. After we've had a 20% pay cut at work, I'm getting through work as quick as I've ever got through it. And I'm still after inflation, you know, my wage is still worth less than it was fucking 5 years ago. And, you know, I was booking in fucking 1,200-1,300 probably 6 years ago. And I know that's fucking hell. With the inflation now, I'd have to book in fucking $2,000. You know what I mean? Which doesn't happen very often, at all. Especially now with there being hardly any work, you know. And it's just fucking difficult. It's just fucking difficult, you know. At the moment, I'm going around scratching little bits and bats of work here and there. You know, somebody I'm working for is fucking bang on. They keep me going, which, you know, you can't say for a lot, you know. You know, I got told to do footings for another subby I work for, and just because I didn't want to do them, didn't have out. So, hi ho. Bear in mind, I get through a shit ton of work for a 1-on-1. You know, probably get through the average amount of work as a 2-on-1. Probably if not more sometimes, depending on how much I fucking go for it. But yeah, anyway, you know, by the by. So yeah, that's who I'm voting for. You know, And I can't remember who I voted for last election, but I know it wasn't Tories and it wasn't fucking Labour, I know that much. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, you know. Fucking, you know, I'm just, like I said, I don't make my political views known, but fucking, I know I'm feeling it. I know I'm feeling the fucking effect, you know. It ain't going to matter really much because most of the bricklayers or my demographic are like 50 odd, 40 odd. You've had your time, and it's my generation in the late 20s, 30s, and fucking 40s now because people can't afford houses. You know, you may have all bought your house for fucking 100 grand and it's now worth 500, but I fucking know that ain't the world I'm living in. I'm gonna have to bring my kids up in, their grandkids, and fucking live out the next fucking 30, 20 odd years until I get shit fucking paid off, you know, unfortunately. So this is a fucking election for the youth, you know. Unfortunately, you old guys have had your fucking time, and I had it a fucking lot better than we have. Anyway, so, right, let's get into the fucking video. Let's stop banging on about politics, because, you know, apart from me getting probably limited ad revenue on this video, you know, but hi-ho. Right, so we'll talk about tubs first. So, basically, tubs, where do I start? Well, pretty much I'm the only person that I've seen ever use them on site. I've never seen anyone work out of them. When it comes to YouTube, everyone still works off of boards, and I think the main reason is because of the trowel size. No one wants to use a 7-inch trowel, which I understand. It does take a lot of getting used to, but you'll realise 7 inches is fucking well big enough for any sort of gear, you know. The only thing I'd say that you could use a slightly bigger trowel for is the big dumpy blocks. And to be quite honest, if you were laying lots of them, and if you're in footings, like if you can see here, I'm in a garden doing this garage, you can see the dirt mounded up by the side of us. That simulates a footing, and it's easy to rest a flat board on there than it would be a tub, because a tub has a tendency to tip over if it hasn't got even ground. So I'd say footings with mounds or sort of dug back islands, you're probably easier to get a trench block and chuck a board on top of it, you know. I don't do footings, so I ain't got like first-hand major experience with like earning decent money in footings, because I don't think I've ever earned really of a day working the ones I've built in, because they've just been shit, where the ones I've dropped on have been shit. So, because footings, they can either be like good earners or shit earners, just like you can on a house, really. You could have like a house with, you could have a lift with 10 windows and a shit ton of pillars and hardly earn anything. Or you could have fucking a lift with fucking 3 windows and 2 massive fucking straight gables with nothing in them, you know. So, you know, it's the same rules apply. I've never really built any footings worth building, but on supers, it's very rare I can't make good money, you know, no matter what the fucking lift, you know. As long as there's the prices, you know, we're getting like 600 a thou now, fucking £16 a metre, it's good enough, you can earn money on that. And, you know, it's just, you know, anyway, so I ain't really got any experience using tubs in footings, but I imagine they have the place, you know. Imagine the same, how I'm using them on supers, you can use them in subs. But yeah, pretty much no one uses the fucking tubs, and that's the main reason for the trowel size. You don't need a big trowel, just get used to spreading your gear. And a lot of people say, well, you're taking multiple attempts, you know, multiple scoops to the tub, or you're travelling back to the board more times. This only really applied when people used to put the board on the deck, you know. It was for fucking years, probably it was fucking normal. I'd say 5 years ago, people rarely had the boards on anything more than a block. So 5 years ago, going back to your board was an hassle, but now everyone's got stands, everyone has the boards elevated. People realise that, what the fuck were we doing? Like, I was guilty of it. Fucking hell, 5 years ago, I had my boards on the deck some days when I couldn't be asked to find any bricks to put them on, or any blocks. You know, I've been on YouTube 4 years, since 2020, 2021 or 2020. So I've been on YouTube like 4 years. And I know a year before YouTube, I was fucking I had my boards on a block. I know 2 or 3 years before YouTube, it were on the fucking deck. So, you know, we haven't been using boards elevated for a long time. You know, you'll get guys in the comments saying, I did this, I did that, but you didn't see it. You know what? Or you go site after site. Guys hardly ever had the boards elevated. They just didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I think, you know, the tubs, the little trowel, once you get used to it, once you get used to how the gear stays in your tubs as well, you basically get no splashback on your bricks. That is never a problem now for me. It used to be on boards. Like when I first started on them Connie bricks, I was using boards. It was when, it's probably like a year into YouTube. I was still using boards, or a year and a bit into YouTube. And I was on Connie bricks, and I constantly splashed them, constantly. Whereas now, I've been using tubs for 2 years, never splashed my bricks, never been a problem. My walls look neater because of it. When it comes to spreading, you know, I've never had a problem spreading, never had a problem getting full joints, even when I've been laying traditional or pick and dip. So that's not an issue. And mobility, that's why I use them. With tubs, you just move them about. You know, I've got people in the comments who you clearly see don't use tubs because they keep saying, oh, use the Dutch tubs, the Dutch tubs. The Dutch tubs don't have handles. So you wouldn't be telling me to use them if you knew the mobility of a normal Flexi tub. A normal Flexi Gorilla branded tub, which can hold a maximum of like 40 kilos weight, 45 probably. You fill that up with some gobby, you just move it about. You move it about. A lot of the times now we fill them up, and once they're empty, we go and refill them, then move them back to where we're working. Or if I've got downtime for Kai and he ain't got no laying to do, he'll just fill them up with buckets. You know, pretty self-explanatory, just like you would a board. Fill them up with paint buckets or, you know, invincible buckets, whatever you use. Away you go. You know, if you want to wet your gear up, put a bit of water in the bottom, and if the gobbo gets stiff as it does towards the bottom of the tubs, put a bit of gear in. Little whisk about with your hand, a little bit of fucking abracadabra with your trowel, and away you go. It's knocked up again, put some fresh stuff on top, and it just keeps going. Keeps going for fucking a lot longer than you would on a board. You know, I used some gear off of a board probably once last year. I was going up on someone else's lift. There was I can't remember what it was, but something I'd built, scaffold and moved a couple of course of brick or something. I was changing a couple of course of brick. And I went up, started working off a board, and realised my gobbo was like basically like the bottom of the fucking tub. You know, straight away the gobbo was dying like it was at the bottom of the fucking tub. And just top and bottom of it, the Gorilla tub keeps it that much better. And until you use a Gorilla tub, and until you realise how much fucking about you do knocking your gear up on a board, you know, plastic boards, not so much. You know, I haven't used any, so I can't really talk of how, you know, how much better they keep your gear, but just for the pure reason of the price. But anyway, basically, when you're on a board, you fuck about with your gobbo too much. I've noticed, you know, that's one thing. When you've got tubs, you just put your trowel in the fucking tub and away it goes straight onto the fucking wall. When you've got a board, you're always fucking about with it, fucking moving it to the middle, moving it to the fucking sides. And you won't realise how much time in a day that fucking costs you. Just fucking about with it. So that's the main thing. It really made me become efficient with my actions. Every time my trowel goes near that tub, there's a gobbo going on the wall and a brick going on top of it, or a stone going on top of it. It just really makes you mindful, you know. Spreading out of them's a bit different, you know. You've got to get used to it. But once you get used to it, and once you get the right height for your tubs as well, I worked for a good year. With a year or so, year and a quarter probably, with my tubs elevated too high, which comes in great if you start working at height, so you want your tubs following you. But I probably worked with my tubs too high. Also, when you're building the first few course off, like, you don't want them elevated high up, you just want them on the deck. So until you've built probably 8 course on the first lift of an house or a garage or whatever, just have them on the deck. It's better to have them on the deck. Your motor's already elevated up a block anyway when it's in a full tub. So that's another tip. Also, you know, and then when you get higher, I'm using my paint buckets, you know, my plastering buckets, but you can use bins. They do bins at that height as well. I've used bins. If you look back at some of my old videos, I was building like a double skin double garage or something like that with block and brick, and I was using like a little bin, little like waste paper bin. Use that also. So yeah, like a trench block. If there's like a spare pack of trench about on site, get them to bring you some trench blocks over, and they work perfectly off the top of a trench block. You know, so you know that's also something you could put them on if you don't have any bins. You know, not like the job I've just been to, square some garages up. Shit, I was like, bring me a pack of bricks over there so I can lift them up onto the fucking lift them up onto the scaffolds, because a lot of this scaffolding we use has hop-ups and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm not moving it twice. Fucking hell. Don't want to be on jobs like that. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, some days I'm going blue in the face trying to get my gear, so I end up almost going home half the time, but yeah, you don't want that. Not at all. And I'm like, well, that's only going to take me an hour or 2 hours, so I need 2 packs. And they're like, why do you need 2? And I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm not going through all this again. I get that all the time. You fucking, you know. Hi-ho. I've always been like that, even when I couldn't lay fucking 2 packs of bricks in a day. I always wanted to. Because like you said, you've got to, like I've said in multiple videos, this is a bit, obviously my fucking brain's going off on a bit of a tangent, but you've got to think, even if you can't do it, you've got to keep pushing to try and, like, you know, even if you can only lay 500 bricks in a day, load 700 out. Try have a go at laying 700, and then it's only when you keep doing that enough times you'll one day finally do it, then you'll use 800, then you'll use 900 in a day, then 1,000 in a day. Always be pushing, you know. I remember some old fucking bricky years ago. Well, he'd be fucking old now, he might not have been old then, but I remember he said, oh, you always want loads of gear, why do you need all this gear? And because, you know, maybe I couldn't use it all in a day back then, but I can fucking sure can now, and it's that sort of mentality pushing all the time is that, or what'll improve you, you know what I mean? You know, do you think I ever laid 1,300 bricks in a day being happy with laying 500? No, you just got to keep pushing. After you've laid the 600, 700, you're going to think, how many in this wall? Can I lay 1,000? Can I lay 1,200? You know, you got to just keep pushing, and there's, at the end of the day, there's a time and place where someone will ask you to get that amount done in a day, and you'll have to try and do it. It isn't always possible, as you know, but, you know, and there's one thing as well, it's just for like more of the younger guys, even some of the older guys as well. The more work you get through and the faster you become, the more work you get given. It's just period. You know, there's work I get given now that I wouldn't have got given 7 years ago. You know, so top and bottom, that's it, you know. I get comments as well, apart from the tubs. You know, how do you get work as a one-on-one? Do the work of fucking 2.5 bricklayers. You know, that's how you get work as a one-on-one. You know, how do you get work on your own? Have an unreliable labourer. That's all I say. That's what I say. So yeah, hi-ho. But hold on, I'll pause this recording. So it's 12 o'clock, 12 bells. Yeah, this is what we got up. Check it out. I'm recording at 4K, no wonder me. So that's that side up. That is 5, 10, 11 course of stone. So that's as high as I went there, because we've run out, unfortunately. Yeah, Kai's getting on the stone. That's alright, that, Keats, leave it, it's alright. Next one. Little stone now. Put a little one, then a big one. So yeah, I've been learning him today. It's been alright. So yeah, we've only got like one size left now. But so yeah. Here's a little thing with grinder as well. You can grind it in situ as well. And then, like you see them two, they're a little bit small. That one was right. So you can always grind them, you know, you can take them out, change them. But yeah, it's alright. A few back cuts are a bit sketch, but just needs to brush off that. Little brush off there. But yeah, it's pretty good. So look at the side. Not bad. Flat as an arrow. Bent arrow. Right, see in a bit. So yeah, we're back. I have to pause the recording every so often or it cuts out. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to cover for tubs. Oh, also, just while I'm on the topic, working solo, you know, very few of you guys will really benefit from this because there's not many guys work solo nowadays, other than me, because I'm fucking damaged half the time when my labour doesn't turn in, or Kai, aka Apprentice. You know, sometimes I get a sigh of relief and get excited and think, thank fuck, I can you know, I ain't going to pay anyone that day, and, you know, I've got like 1,000 bricks to load up. Oh, fantastic, I'll get there early and do it myself. You know, I don't really get that excited, but, you know, but anyway, working on your own, you can get a shit ton of work done with tubs, you know. The main fact is you just bring them next to your main mortar tub, you fill them all up, drag them to where you want, especially if you're building like a wall or something. Use them all, joint up. This is really like, you know, this is a major thing on Connie bricks. Use them all, especially if you're on Connie bricks. They won't need jointing straight away because they fucking don't go off. And then you can just carry on, you know, and, you know, go get another tub out. And basically, I see a lot of gangs now, obviously because work's got tight, a lot of them don't have labourers. But the ones that do, I look what the labourers are doing all the time because, you know, I just look because half the time when I'm working these days, I don't have one. And I just look a lot of the time, and Kai ain't really a labourer, he's my apprentice more or less. He's on the trowel most of the time, or jointing. And you see a lot of the time, you'll see labourers who don't joint up, which is fucking, you know, I've had a labourer before, well, I've had labourers who don't joint up, and fucking just shit compared to ones that can joint up. And basically, anyone can joint up. If you say you can't joint up, you just don't want to. So, if you're a hod carrier and you don't joint up, what the fuck are you doing? Because half the time I see fucking labourers nowadays, especially ones that don't joint up, they think that it's some sort of fucking gift just being able to put a tub in at silo. Because half the time, I'm against a labourer putting a tub at the silo because they don't know how you fucking want it. And getting the gobbo nowadays, especially nowadays with the materials we're using, you get it wrong and fuck you, it can slow you down by like 30 odd percent, 40%. So I'd rather take 10 minutes out of my day, go in to fucking get a tub, which I'll probably only use 3 in a day max. Sometimes 4, but that's if I'm on one. 3 in a day max, and taking 30 minutes out of your day to make sure you don't slow yourself down by 30 odd 40% is fucking, you know, major. Also, you know, if I watching this the other day, I saw there was these old guys building the wall, and the labourer was like just stood there with like a pack of bricks. You know, it wasn't loaded out. They were just like made up into sixes, just watching the guys, you know, build the wall, and just stood over the mortarboards with a shovel. When you've got tubs, you don't need that. You know, you can fill up a full mortar tub in 8 tubs. Get 2 up, get 2 next to each spot if you want. Get 2 next to each fucking mortar spot. And then fucking get them bricks loaded. None of this like tossing the gear about on the boards and shit that you see, you know, some labourers doing. You're just wasting time. Get the mortar good consistency, get it in a tub, it ain't gonna go off, and get fucking loading out in front, get the whole fucking wall loaded out. This is why I'm so against now having a hod carrier, whereas I can just give an apprentice, they can load out in front over the space of a day, and we don't need anyone to be getting us mortar because we just fill his tubs up. We get a full tub out at the silo, and it'll last us until, you know, it'll last us like an hour or two, and we don't need someone constantly bucketing gobbo to the boards. You know, it takes away a job. So this is why I'm not a massive fan of it. There's just, you know, hod carriers now are becoming, a lot of them are out of work because of the lack of work we've got. And when I started, and we were on 32 pence a brick, I think we were on 34 pence a brick. And the fucking gangs didn't have hod carriers. Gangs, there was like 2 brickies in them, or 3 brickies all splitting it, you know. People couldn't afford to make money on 340 a thou to pay hod carriers. It's only recently that we had the pay rise and the pay cut again that, you know, it was beneficial someone loading out or fucking tendering after you all the time. But a lot of the time, I've had my time paying people to stand there and watch me. They want to be either jointing or laying. You know what I mean? None of this tossing gobble about in the tub. I've seen that as well. Oh, I'm going to knock the gobble up. No, we've got a whisk for that. This is why I'm trying to streamline everything all the time. Efficiency. So at the end of the day, that's my view on tubs, and that's why I think they're fucking priceless to use. And it'll take a long time for people to fucking use them and realise that they're good. And it'll take a load of people's knackered elbows. It's like I ran into a bricklayer fucking year ago or so, and he was telling me, maybe 6 months ago, I think, and he was going, I'm packing bricklaying in because of my elbow. Yeah, he was using 11-inch trowel. At the end of the day, I think my joints and that would be in that good a nick if I didn't use this tiny fucking trowel. And I used a fucking 9-inch for years before I used this 7-inch. So this is the thing, the 7-inch trowel's giving you longevity. It's keeping your hand speed at a constant rate throughout the day. It's not just to piss about with it. It's not just to look cool. It actually serves a purpose. That's why I can keep my hands moving at the speed they do all fucking day, because there's not a lot of weight in them. Same with a boxer. A boxer don't use fucking, I forgot what the fucking ounces are now. The fucking heavy ones, 16-ounce gloves. A boxer don't fight with 16-ounce gloves. He fights with fucking 10-ounce, I think. Fuck knows, I can't remember. But the same with trowels. You have a heavy trowel. It's like putting on heavy gloves to hit a heavy bag. You wouldn't use them in a fight. You can't throw your hands as quick. So, same rules apply to bricklaying. But a lot of people get caught up on the brands. Marshalltown, W Rose, this and that. Never mind the brands. It's just how it feels in your hand, and that's it. And whatever feels the best, you'll lay the best with. So, watch how I lay, and I'm do fine with a 7-inch. So, fucking hell, I'd be thrilled if I had fucking 7 inches in other places, Anyway, right, guys. Hope you enjoy. I'll put a bit of music on to see us out. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was my little topic on tubs, or rant about tubs, should I say. I've got more topics coming up, so stay tuned for part 3. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
You've been shot at, you've been broken down. Heart is beating, still won't make a sound. It feels like an angel straight from heaven, just like my lucky number 7. You're my shooting star. We're running round in circles. Love feels so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. I will always hold you down. Your heart will be kept safe and sound. But I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. You're the picture perfect, you're on my mind. Painted. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight, baby, cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heartbeat to save it, cause your love's underrated. Cause your love's underrated. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight, baby, cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heartbeat to save it, cause your love's underrated. Deep in my heart I know you're irreplaceable. Together unstoppable. And I feel your frequency, feel your love around me. I'm drowning in my mind, don't wanna let you down. We're running round in circles. Love so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. I will always hold you down, and your heart will be kept safe and sound. But I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. You're the picture perfect, you're on my mind. Painted. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight, baby, cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heart need a saving, cause your love's underrated. Cause your love's underrated. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight, baby, cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heart need a saving, cause your love's underrated.
I was a lonely silhouette, needed somebody to show the way. Yeah, I was a heartbeat with no sound till you came around. Yeah, you showed me colors, light in the darkness. You were the only thing I needed. Then we got older, but we stayed the same. Swear that we never lost the flame. Nostalgia, you're an echo in my head. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, what if the years turn into gold? The longer we live, yeah, the more we grow. We could be 100 miles apart, but it's never far. Yeah, you show me colors, light in the darkness. You were the only thing I needed. Then we got older, but we stayed the same. Swear that we never lost the flame. No, nostalgia, you're an echo in my head. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh.
So yeah, that was part two. This is the end of part two. But I'm gonna start putting in the title. I'll put like the topic, and then like put like Stone Garage Part 2 or something like that. So I'll put like Bricklaying Vlog, the topic, and then Part 2 Stone Garage or something like that. So you guys know what the video is about instead of just, oh, another part of Stone Garage. Show is running in again with a bit of music. So it's not always that. It's sometimes me talking, which was what my videos got popular in the first place for, is me doing voiceovers really. So yeah, well, I've had to redo this once because I was ranting like fuck in the first iteration of this video. I recorded the voiceover on like a 4-night streak of hardly sleeping we all had. So I was incoherent, unfortunately. Well, it wasn't bad, and I uploaded the video anyway, and it got like sort of, it was not suitable for monetization and shit, even though I earn like a tenner a video, if that. I've had people ask me as well, do you earn money off this YouTube? Do you earn money off this? And I'm like, no. I lose money every time I make a video because I spend at least probably 3 hours, 4 hours, probably 5 hours in total making them. And if I put the extra effort in at work, I'd earn fucking hell 20x that amount. So say a video earns me a tenner, I'll earn like 200 quid in the same time at work as I did my video. So, you know, fucking 20x my time. So this is just for my own hobbyism, and I like editing. You know, I record stuff at powerlifting comps when I go there. I like doing edits. I was using After Effects fucking 15 years ago on my computer, back when we had like dual core processors and shit, before all this Snapdragon quad core, 8 core, 9 core, whatever. Back when I had like a fucking, I think I had like a dual core processor or whatever. I was using After Effects and it could barely run on my computer. I had like a tiny little fucking 10-inch screen or something that I thought were amazing. So I'd never, if I wasn't doing bricklaying, I'd probably do some sort of, I don't know. I love bricklaying, so I don't know what I'd do otherwise. But, you know, something to do with editing and computers, and something to do with editing and filming, probably, you know. Anyway, right. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll do a changy. Subscribe. Oi. Right. See you in the next video.